What is going on, all you Mullen fans out there? Strong move this morning, coming off of 30 cents per share, bouncing with a vengeance back above 30 cents, topped out at around 34 and some change, and now currently holding the 30-cent level. I was actually expecting an attack from shorts this morning during pre-market to revisit that mid 20-cent level as it did on Friday when the 10K filing came out for Mullen Automotive. And obviously that didn't happen, which is great for bulls. We also discussed that I wanted to see a rebound on the stock coming into the shareholder meeting on January 19th, because as I showed you all in my previous videos, the chart setup is still very much bullish in my opinion, showing that Mullen Automotive has a lot more room for upside. Keep in mind this Thursday, January 19th, Mullen Automotive will be having its shareholder meeting on which there will be proposals voted for in regards to increasing authorized common stock to 5 billion, and also voting on a proposal for a reverse stock split that could range from between 1-for-2 and 1-for-25. Also, to mention that is very important, Mullen Automotive noted that it will not file the reverse split amendment for proposal number 1 prior to the later of March 6, 2023, and 180 days after such date. So if Mullen Automotive approves a reverse stock split for the company, it will not be filed until March 6, which gives the company time to raise its stock price above $1. They still have a possibility of getting a 180-day extension after March 6 to meet compliance as well. And on another note, CEOs around the market are still banding together to fight back against illegal naked shorting on undeserving stocks. And Mullen Automotive was recently added to the list of names these CEOs are looking into to find illegal naked short selling, because back in November, failure to delivers got up to over 52 million for that time frame on the stock at these low prices Mullen has been trading in. CEO of ticker symbol GNS, named Roger James Hamilton, over on Twitter. He has almost 100,000 followers on Twitter. He will be discussing his 10 winning strategies on how CEOs can fight against naked shorting with strategic moves for their company, in which will be discussed in this video. So stay tuned. Let's get into it.
Something is wrong. It's just not right. It's not fair. It's not. They're stealing from the American public. If you and I were to walk down the street and steal a car and sell that car 100 times, we'd be in jail. This is no different, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. Hopefully, with all of us coming together in numbers. It's going to shed a lot more light on it. People are going to talk about it. Congress is going to talk about it. Ultimately, Congress is the only one that has oversight over FINRA and DTCC. And I think that people are starting to take notice of this. It's not so buried under the rug anymore. People are really talking about this. So
I agree. And I think that the way that Wes himself is so much more positive now, because there is, first of all, so many CEOs now that are showing up saying, right, let's share information and actually let's take action and let's stand up for our shareholders. He's making more inroads also, right, to the likes of SEC, FINRA, and what can be done differently, which I'm sure we're going to be all hearing about in the coming weeks as well, which is very exciting. And I just want to just acknowledge you, because when I reached out to you, you were just straight back and said, yeah, let's have a call, let's work this out. And the more that we can be helping each other, because behind every CEO, behind every company, like in your case, you're up to 65,000 shareholders, there are thousands and thousands of people that are relying on us making the right leadership decisions for the benefits of them, and that's not even counting the customers and partners and everyone else that each of us work with as well. So it's so important. I really hope that message gets out to more and more CEOs that the retail investors on their own cannot, they can feel the pain, but they cannot resolve it on their own. But with the help of the CEOs and the likes of Wes Christian, we can actually start making some huge differences for all of us going forward.
I agree. And then CEOs, stand up for your shareholders. They will go to war for you if they know that you have their back 100%.
Also to mention, CEO of ticker symbol GNS, Roger James Hamilton, will be joining Charles Payne on Fox Business today at 2 p.m., where they will be discussing the fight against naked short selling. And also, Charles Payne says, let's do it. The war on naked shorts and how to fight back. Started with number 1 here at the bottom, EBITDA and cash positive. If you do not need the money, they can't achieve their number 1 goal, which is to bankrupt you. This buys you time, but it doesn't solve the underlying issue. Number 2, get your investors on your side. This might sound obvious, but too many CEOs and boards stay silent. That's what the criminals want, as their goal is to scare your investors away, get them on your side. If they believe in you, most will stay for the fight. Number 3, take legal action. These guys are super clever at hiding their tracks. Wes Christian, his firm Christian Levine, and the company share intel opened my eyes to the sophisticated systems that can now track who's doing what to your stock. Number 4, issue a special dividend that's trackable. If you issue a dividend that isn't straight cash, such as a spinoff of a company, so you are issuing shares or a blockchain-based asset, then the brokers can't or forced to either cover or be exposed. Number 5, issue trackable shareholder perks. Reward the shareholders who are willing to fight with you. Be rewarding them, whether it is through discounts to your products, and expose the short sellers when brokers need to identify the shares and shareholders to deliver the perks. Number 6, do a merger or spinoff. This also exposes the crooked brokers and funds in the same way as actions 4 and 5, and is a strategy that Torch took and CRTD is currently taking. Number 7, approve a dual listing. Listing on a second exchange makes it more difficult for short sellers to push down shares, as arbitrage traders will trade the delta. If they try and push the share price from $6 to $3, someone will buy at $3 and sell back at $6. Number 8, approve share buybacks. If the criminals can't bankrupt you, they'll try and delist you. Once share price is low enough, that's a danger. By knowing you can always bring upward pressure by buying back your own shares makes it more difficult for them to achieve this. Number 9, approve reverse splits. If you have the ability to quickly shrink the number of shares and increase the price through a reverse split by having a reverse split already approved by shareholders, it takes away the risk of delisting. And finally, number 10, the nuclear option is to go private. Buy back the float, take your loyal shareholders, and relist in a different jurisdiction. This is the last resort, but it is a reminder that it's your company and they have no right to destroy it. That's a lot of info to cover, but some of you may find value in it. People may wonder, how long will this actually take? And looking at some of these actions and are maybe saying, yeah, that's not going to happen. Also, people may be wondering, what if they just short the stock back down after reverse split? Things like that. But I just wanted to share this information with you all. Let me know what you guys think about it and the movement that they are starting with all of these CEOs to fight back against naked short selling. And hope y'all find this information valuable. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. I'm gone.
Go. Blessed in abundance. Look who raised from the dungeon. Still come through in the clutch. I'm that dime in a dozen. Pulling up clean to the function. Niggas mislead with assumptions.